are the living dwelling of Yahusha, and living water is flowing freely. We are the living dwelling of Yahusha, and the Torah shines our way.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Terrace Talk. And today we're going to talk about the great deceit and taking the old covenant that was cancelled and putting it on top of the new covenant, replacing the 2 royal laws with the 10 commands, wiping away Yahusha's new covenant ministry and calling it a renewed covenant with the 10 commandments. This is the great deceit. It's a delusion, deceiving everyone. The Old Testament being an important history of Yahuah's chosen who rebelled and broke his covenant, making it null and void, cancelling the whole covenant with all its rules and laws, giving us the background accounts of Yahuah's dealings and character towards mankind. This is the history that we look at and we read, and it's important to know the foundation and where we've come from and why Yahusha came to earth. It's a fraud, the deceit, the lies, the falseness, taking the history of what was being said, that it's an everlasting covenant. But when a covenant is broken, as Israel rebelled and committed adultery over and over, was given chance after chance, and at that point Yahusha took his presence from the temple, his covenant was broken. They were sent into captivity and had no temple, no worship, until Yahusha came and became flesh. There's an oppression going on, smothering themselves with the 10 commands as more important, thinking that they give the love and they give the deliverance as an everlasting covenant, denying the presence of Yahusha as Elohim. They won't accept Yahuah came in the flesh and transformed into a new creation, Yahusha as Elohim, with his 2 commands of love. That's what Yahusha gave, the 2 commands of love. The word says, for such people are false apostles, deceitful workers, masquerading as apostles of Messiah. Can you see this happening today? Look on your internet feed and look at what is happening and how many people are trapped, and they won't let go. They can't let go of Yahuah only, the 10 commandments, Jesus, all these different doctrines of men that have come through the centuries and in the mindset, and they're from wicked spirits in high places. The word says, let no one deceive you with empty words, for because of such things Elohim's wrath comes on them. The old covenant that most people refer to is the 10 commandments. Follow the 10 commandments and you'll be right. Follow the 10 commandments, the Sabbaths, all these things. Follow this. This is the old covenant written in the history of the Hebrew nation. And the old covenant had the 10 commands with the tabernacle, the temple, animal sacrifices, rituals of washing, Sabbath, feasts, dress. All this is irrelevant to the new covenant because it was broken. It was cancelled. They were divorced. Yahusha sent them out of his presence. Paul says it's fading away. Therefore, if anyone is in Messiah, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, all things have become new. Not renewed. Renewed gives the impression that you're renewing and you're taking in also the old and mixing it with the new, and you're renewing something that's still good from the old. So you're just rehashing it, renewing. No, it's a new covenant. A covenant is an agreement between Elohim and his people, in which he makes promises to his people and requires certain behaviour for them and consequences. And that is a covenant. We are living in a new covenant, as we see what Hebrews 10:14-18 tells us has occurred. For we are set apart by one sacrifice. He has made perfect forever those set apart. This is the covenant I shall make with them after those days, says Yahusha, giving my laws into their hearts, and in their minds I shall write them, and their sins and their lawlessness I shall remember no more. This is Yahusha's promise. There is no longer slaughter offerings because of Yahusha's blood, a new and living way instituted through the veil, his flesh. As high priest, our hearts are sprinkled from a wicked conscience. This is Yahusha's promise, the new and living way. And this is what's been hidden from believers as the Yahuah only, the Messianics, the Christians, the Jewish control is concealing the truth covered by the 10 Commandments. This is the great deceit. It's a wicked deceit, wiping away Yahusha's new covenant of 2 royal laws of love, replacing it with the old covenant, divorced, dead covenant that cannot deliver us. And this is the state the bride's in today, the great deceit. But we revealing the truth through his word, revealing the truth that Yahusha brought a new covenant of love, and the old has passed away, the old was cancelled, not to relive it, not to go back, not to add it. You're not to add anything. Don't be deceived, brothers and sisters. Wake up. This is the great deceit that's smothered people in their hearts and their minds where they can't move and can't get deliverance. Yahusha is your deliverer. He came in the flesh and he became Elohim to set us free, to give us new life, to give us eternal life. This is where we're to go. So be wise, be the wise virgins. Don't be deceived. Thank you for listening. Take this to heart. I love you all. Bye for now.
We are the living dwelling of Yahusha, and living water is flowing freely. We are the living dwelling of Yahusha, and the Torah shines our way. We are called